What's up, everybody? It is Eric U. Norris from the SLC Punkcast, and welcome to our segment of the show that we call Live and Wired, where we reminisce about shows that we have attended, and we like to announce those shows that are coming up. Maybe you know about them, maybe you don't, and if you don't, then you're going to find out pretty fucking soon. So, let's get into the segment of the show, Tales from the Pit. Where I talk about the shows that I've attended. So the first show I gotta talk about is the one that I hosted over at my house. It was a birthday for this skinhead kid named Vinnie. It was put together by SCS, my boy Jack. And yeah, it was a wild show. We had some bands play there that had never played. Yeah, had never played at the Poser Palace before. And yeah, actually all but one of them had played Poser Palace before, and that was Debasers. Yeah, so Suffocator, Captain Daniels, and of course Hi-Fi Murder. That was a huge leap getting those guys on there, but they were excited to play it. I'll get to that in a minute. The show itself, fucking awesome. Suffocator played first. They did a good warm-up set. They're not exactly moshing music, but you know, it was it wasn't enough to get the people moving. They did a little bit. But it was mostly just everybody chilling, just saving up their energy. And then the Debasers come on, and yeah, motherfuckers just kick it into overdrive. The Debasers are always a fun band to see live, and it's awesome seeing them in a garage setting because they're built for the fucking garage. And Captain Daniels, Sunnybrook Sailors, first time playing here. They'll be playing at my house again in just in about a week. Yeah, next Saturday. It's gonna be a fun time, but I'll talk about that later. But Captain Daniels, man, I've seen Captain Daniels a million times, and I'll see him a million more because goddamn, their music is awesome, and their live setting, their live performance is fucking awesome. So yeah, if you haven't seen Captain Daniels yet, then where the fuck have you been? Honestly, man, where the fuck have you been? Anyway, I'm stoked for them to play my house again. And of course, Parker, always shredding it on that little fucking mandolin. I don't know how you do it. Tiny fingers. Must be tiny fingers. And then finally, Hi-Fi Murder, they close out the show, and man, they were so fucking thankful to play that show. They had, as they had pointed out multiple times, and Ryan told me personally, that this was the first time they had played a house show in over 30 years. 30 years. Really think about that. And Hi-Fi Murder, they've been around. They've been around since the 90s. They were even signed to Hellcat Records, which is that's a pretty big deal. It is a pretty big deal. So yeah, they've been active. They've still been active as a band. They've gone through a few lineup changes, but they've mostly been hitting the bar scene, just playing a lot of the bar circuit. The last time I saw them play an all-ages show was like 2017 maybe, or 2018 when they played at the Underground. That was a completely different lineup back then too, but it was great. It was still a great show. So yeah, it was great. Hi-Fi Murder. Ryan was so happy to be playing an all-ages show because they hadn't played one in forever, like I said. So it was awesome just seeing the smiles on everyone's faces and the gratitude expressed from everybody. It just reminds me that even though it's a pain in the ass sometimes, especially cleanup. Oh my god, cleanup is a bitch. Yeah, it's just worth it. It's worth putting it on. Worth putting on that awesome show. And yeah, Vinnie was especially grateful. The party afterwards was a lot of fun. Nothing too rambunctious, but hey, it was still a good time nonetheless. So yeah, that was the show over at Poser Palace, Vinnie's birthday show. And the other one I attended, I actually forgot about until the day before. And that was when my friend Alex texted me saying, "Hey, are you going to the show tomorrow?" I go, "Which one? There's like a million of them." And he says, "Soft play." Oh, fuck me. Soft play. I forgot about that. I don't even have my ticket. Oh, shit. Yeah. I thought that it was later on in the week or whatever, but I was like, oh shit, so I gotta I gotta figure that out. I'll see if I can get a ticket. And then my other friend hit me up saying, hey, are you going to soft play tomorrow? I think, I'm gonna try, I don't have a ticket. And then she texts me back maybe 15 minutes later. Well, turns out I have a free ticket now. You want it? Oh, you're goddamn right I want it. I'll get it. All right. So tomorrow, after I'm done with the gym, I have to pick up my friend Alex. Alex hit me up asking for a ride. Pick up my friend Alex. I'll go downtown, pick you up, and then we'll head to the show. Oh boy, that's about an hour long window because soft play is playing first. And that's the only band I really want to see. No offense to, oh God, why do I keep forgetting their name? It's the Kneecap. No offense to Kneecap. It's just because I didn't know those guys. I had never heard of them up until just a couple nights ago. But whatever. We made it in time. Long story short, we made it in time. Made it just in time, actually. They were setting up, and we had about 10 free minutes to spare. 10 minutes to spare before soft play came on. And they came on, and they started it with the first song from the new album. It's All Things. Yeah, All Things. I keep wanting to say All Good Things, but I say, no, it's not right. It's something else. So yeah, they did All Things, and the majority of their set was a lot of their new stuff from Heavy Jelly. And I'm talking, they played Isaac is Typing, they played Mirror Muscles, they played Punk's Dead, of course, and John Wick. And it was great. I was so stoked to hear those songs live. I did want to hear some more older ones, which they did play. They did play some older ones. They took some stuff from Sugar Coated Bitter Truth with Beauty Quest and Girl Fight, where they got like all the girls in the crowd to mosh. And then they did they did also Fuck the Hi-Hat from Take Control. That was a pretty deep cut. I really enjoyed that. And they got down into the crowd. Multiple times, and their singer, fuck, why can't I remember his name? It's not Lori, it's Isaac. Duh, he's in the song title. Isaac was talking so much shit, and he was just saying, everyone told me, fuck the hi, or everyone told me to be using this symbol. I was like, fuck the hi-hat. It's so funny. They're just, just them and their just rambunctious attitude. They were a fucking dream live. They're just as good as I remember them. They may have changed the name, but they haven't changed their style. Certainly not in their music, and certainly not in their performance. I was so happy. But I was really hoping they'd play something from Are You Satisfied? But before that, they did do Everything and Nothing. That's the closer to their album Heavy Jelly. It's just a somber acoustic ballad with Lori playing the mandolin, and Isaac is singing about rough times, singing about rough mental times, all the mental despair, whether it's grief or depression or anxiety or anything like that. The whole crowd was silent and just sort of nodding their heads. I just took my friend's hand, held it very tightly, because I know she was feeling the same thing I was. It was a very beautiful moment. And then afterwards they said, all right, this is the one that you have to go fucking crazy because it's only 7 seconds long. I don't know what the song is. I don't think anybody knew what the song was. Maybe they made it up on the fly. Pretty sure they did. And yep, they just went like for like 7 seconds. It was just a nice little jolt. Oh boy, what a fucking show. But anyway, I was just waiting for something from Are You Satisfied? Can you play Traffic? Can you play Cheer Up London? And then this is our last song. And me and my friend Landon, we look at each other with wide eyes. We gotta get up there. I'd been saving all my moshing energy for that song, The Hunter. Oh boy. I started bouncing up and down with the whole fucking crowd, just losing my damn mind. I was so happy to be hearing that. And I But I just burst out with, like, it's useless and worthless, but it's also very fun. You keep it. We don't want it. It was so crazy. I went nuts during that song. It's one of my favorite songs from Soft Play, back when they were known as slaves. But it was, oh God. I'm getting excited and out of breath just reliving that moment. But anyway, Soft Play was great. And then stuck around a little bit to see Kneecap. And Kneecap is this Irish rap group. And they come out, their DJ is wearing ski masks. And that's when I noticed everybody in the crowd, they were all wearing ski masks. And they were adorned with the Irish colors, red, white, and orange. Orange, white, and green. Oh, fuck. Yeah, and it was... I could tell they had a following. I'm thinking, I never heard of these guys. I don't know what they're about. And yeah, they're hip-hop. They have a style of hip-hop. I described it like this. The beats and the energy was very Cypress Hill, but they had the political acidity of Public Enemy. So it was a kind of a weird combination, but it worked. They really owned it. And I stuck around, saw half of their set, and then I had to dip because one of my friends who came to the show with me, really only wanted to see Soft Play, and she was super tired and super hungry. I said, okay, let's just go get some food, and I'll take you home. So afterwards, we left the venue, walked to the pie hole, had a couple of slices, and then walked back to the car, took her home. That was it. What a night. What a great night. So yeah, those were two pretty awesome shows that I attended. I hope you guys had some awesome shows that you attended. And if you weren't able to hit it last week, then, yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. I do have one more show to talk about, though. I forgot about one, probably because I attended it the day of recording last week's episode. So it just sort of fell on the cusp. But it was the Poison the Well show. The Poison the Well 25th anniversary of the album Opposite of December, their first album. And buddy, that was a hell of a show. I can't remember the last time Poison the Well came back to Utah. I certainly have never seen them. So, yeah, this was a big deal. Kind of a big deal. And Poison the Well, damn, what a great show. That was a great show, but I showed up early and saw Better Lovers, and Better Lovers, my God, those guys, that was my first time seeing them, and they are a hell of an act to see live. They're a great band, total like sort of experimental power violence. I don't know if that's a genre, but that's what it sounds like to me. But they were good, and the singer was so active, and the singer, he looked like Maynard James Keenan. He did. He had like this little, he had this dude where it was like a skullet. Well, not even really a skullet. He had hair on the top, but his sides were completely shaved down, and he had long hair in the back. So it was basically a mullet. And I'm talking shaved, like not buzzed, shaved, right down to the side. I mean, Maynard James Keenan, he had that same hairstyle back in the 90s, but am I talking about Poison the Well, or am I talking about fucking Tool? Okay, so let's get on with the show. Poison the Well, it was awesome. Stage is dark. All four of the guys come out onto the stage. All five of the guys come out onto the stage, and then just dun, 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 down. And there they are, 12/23/93, the opening song of their Opposite of December album. What a great opener. God, that was awesome. That was an awesome opener, and they go right into it. I wish for things that work. And it seems like they're going to be following the album, well, not in sequence, but they do play the whole thing. They play all of Opposite of December, but not in the order that you hear it on the record. No, they actually started, after that, they started going into some songs from their album You Come Before You. So some of their slower ones or softer ones. So then they go right into Ghost Chant. It's like, all right, Ghost Chant's pretty good. And then they do a song called Botchla from Tear from the Red. Jesus. I'm getting all these Freudian slips. And that was the only one they played from there, which is kind of disappointing. Tear from the Red is Another great album by Poison the Well. I was hoping they played more off of that too, but whatever. I mean, it's a good chunk from You Come Before You is pretty good, but we all know why we were there. And they did, Mid-Air Love Message and Not Within Arm's Length, which if you listen to my review on Poison the Well last week, that those songs played together sound like they are all part of one song, just because they transition so seamlessly. But here, they play them both together, but opposite of each other. So, Not Within Arm's Length was played after Mid-Air Love Message. That's the complete opposite of how they do it in the album. So that was pretty funny. They did a nice mix with their kind of mixing up the sequence of the album, changing up where songs are played, and throwing in a lot of songs from You Come Before You. Did like Crystal Lake, they did for A Bandaged Iris, and Meeting Again for the First Time. And they also, of course, played their newest song, Trembling Level, which got a good reaction from the crowd, because why wouldn't it? But yeah, hearing stuff like, To Mandate Heaven, that was a great one. Slice Paper Wrist got the crowd moving a bunch. So many pile-ups on that one. But not as much as My Mirror No Longer Reflects and their closer, Nerdy. Yeah, of course they close with Nerdy, because they've been doing that for the last 25 years. And yeah, that was the rowdiest pits, rowdiest pile-ups, and so many mic grabs. It was a good time. I mean, and Jeffrey was getting down, not into the crowd, but like up to the barriers, so everyone could like grab the mic and just crowd him. But only on the songs where it mattered. Well, I mean, they all matter, but the songs that matter a little more than the others. But yeah, it was awesome seeing Poison the Well for the first time. I bought the vinyl Opposite of December. It was pretty expensive, but I don't care. I needed to have it. It's still unopened. It is yet to be played. So yeah, I will get around to that. But like I said, I'm doing this remotely because I have other matters to which I need to attend. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. So that was a great time. Had a pretty busy fucking weekend, but what else have we got here? There's some of the shows that are coming up. So this is the live and wired portion, I guess. This is where Jesus Christ, these are the shows that are coming up within the next 10 days. We'll start on Saturday, April 19th with What We Do Is Stupid, this punk marathon that'll be taking place at Oliver Rock. Look at all these bands on here. Look at all of these bands. Some of them haven't played in a long time, like Main for Life and Discoid A. Discoid A was one of the first local underground bands that I ever saw live. And they are terrible. They're just a terrible band, but they're terrible by design. But who cares? They are a lot of fun. They are so much fun. And yeah, it's going to be pretty nostalgic seeing Conrad back on that guitar and Sam back on that bass. Maybe he'll still play the 3-stringer. I don't know. It'll be funny if he did, but whatever. It's noise, not music. Anyway, on there we also got Ribbons, Griebler, All Systems Fail, The Idiots, Mung, Animated Violence, Total Vacation, The Losers, Alienator, Brain Squeeze, Reek Minds, Meat House, Shaved Ape, and the aforementioned Main for Life. So yeah, that's gonna be a fucking hella all-day rager. It's going to be $30. Not bad, considering all the acts that are on there. And it's going to be starting early, starting at 2 p.m. I loved these fest shows over at Oliver. They get so wild. Then on the 20th, on 4/20, yeah, happy holidays. Dysentery, Garg, Headgore, Radio Cowboy, and Wound Culture will be playing at this undisclosed location. So if you know anybody in those bands, hit them up on their Instagram or any of their socials and just ask for the address. It's a free show. Can't beat that. And that will be at 6 p.m. Then on April 21st, Then Fontaines DC and Jadot Hart will be playing at the Depot. Don't have the price for that, but I assume it's the Depot. It must be pretty pricey because it's Live Nation. Fucking assholes. They'll charge you out the ass. But that's going to be starting at roughly 6 p.m. Then on the 24th, Necron 9, SAD, the Idiots, Cerebros Destruidos. I think I did that. Cerebros Destruidos. Yeah, that sounds about right. They will be all playing at the Pine Yard. I don't know exactly where that is, so maybe if you're not in the know, message somebody for it. And that's going to be asking price of $5 to $10, pay what you can sort of deal. It's going to be starting at 6 p.m. Then on the 24th, Watch You Fall, Bare Minimum, Sutures, and My Pet Spider will be playing up at Black Lung Society. I am definitely going to make it out to this one because I love Bare Minimum. I love them. I have never seen them live. It took them a long time to get down here, so I'm not going to miss this one. I'm not going to miss this one. I hope they play Laptop Jockey. I hope they play Snake Charmer. I hope they play anything from Hit After Hit. That's such a good album. Such a good album. Goddamn. Couldn't come sooner. Anyway, that's $15. It's going to be starting at 7 p.m. I'm going to get my ass up there. First time being at Black Lung ever since they changed locations. And finally, on the 26th, this is another birthday show that is at my house. It is one that I've been putting together for months for one of my very, very good friends, Shaban. She is like the first friend I made when I started going to local underground shows. She is a gem. She is a wonderful person. And she has been going through a lot in her life right now. A lot. Dealing with the divorce and custody battles with her kid. And she just needs a fucking break. Yeah. Oh, and also getting kicked out of the house that she co-signed the deed on and everything. It's a whole mess. It's a whole mess. I needn't go into it, but this will be a great little cathartic moment for her. And she is so grateful that someone is doing this for her. No one's thrown her a birthday party since she was a kid. And she's been kind of out of the loop with the scene over the last 10 years because of her shitty marriage. And yeah, she's coming out. And all these guys are going to be playing for them. I am so stoked that this is happening. So, on this show that includes Captain Daniels and the Sunnybrook Sailors, my band, The Apathetics, Tact, and Filth Lords. That'll be at the Poser Palace, and that's going to be an asking price of $10, and it'll be starting around 6 p.m. Get out there and celebrate one of your favorite people in punk rock. She will be your favorite soon, trust me. I'm just sort of half kidding. She's one of my favorites anyway. Like, I wouldn't be doing this birthday show if I just sort of liked her, you know. But I don't. I love her. She's an awesome person, and yeah, this is going to be an awesome show. So many awesome bands, awesome people. It's going to be a great time. So come wish happy birthday to Shaban and come rock out with us. All these bands kick ass. Anyway, that's all I got for all the shows coming up in the next 10 days. There will be plenty more to come. Anyway, I hope you guys make it out to some great shows. I hope you have a fun time. Stay safe. And this is Eric from Tales from the Pit and SLC Punkcast Live and Wired. And now I'm going to turn it over to Dustin. He will give you a spiel on all the national tours that are happening. Oh, coming soon to a town near you. Anyway, I've been Eric. Peace out.
Thank you, Eric. And as we do, in no particular order, we go around the world. Stay Out are in their Tariff tour, or at least as you can see on the flyer, it picks up, slows down, picks up, slows down, or however you want to word that. Anyway, on the 19th, they'll be in Solar Van, Berkeley on the 20th, and then Slow, it looks like, SLO, I don't know where that is, but that's on May 3rd, and then they got a couple in the middle of May as well, and also in California, so go check them out if they're in your area. Our pals in Bones 8 Arfa on the 19th, nope, that was yesterday. Today, they are in between days. On the 19th, they'll be in Hastings at Tough Love Record Store. On the 22nd, in Southampton at Heartbreakers. They'll be in Bristol at Exchange Basement on the 23rd. 24th, Milton Keynes at Crawford Arms. They'll be in Northampton on the 25th, Manchester on the 26th, Liverpool 27, Tunbridge Wells on the 29th, London on the 30th, the 1st at St. Leonard's, and Brighton on the 2nd. So they've got a solid set of days there in the UK. So make sure you go check them out. Then we go on April 18th today. Doors are at 7, music's at 8, all ages show, $10. You can go see Wayward Brigade, The Do-What's, Heroes Unsung, and Addled Brains. That's at Frederick's Eagles Club in Frederick, Maryland. After that, you can go see our pals in Scunthorpe Yobs playing with a killer band, Brazen Bull. Newer band Tracks that just got some mastered versions and put those releases out, like 3 singles. They're pretty fucking awesome, so make sure you check those out. That is for tomorrow, the 19th, at Tower Bar in San Diego. So killer lineup and only $5. So make sure you get to that one if you're in San Diego or around that area. Also in California, but this one in Lakewood, you can go see on the 25th, next Friday, a 21 and older show at the Regal Inn. You can go see Get In Loser, Car Pit, Lost Issue, 390, Noise Agents, Gully G's. And that is a killer flyer, by the way. And as you can see in the Skull's Mouth, it shows at 7, $10. Ton of bands for $10. Amazing. Love punk shows. Fan Club from Seattle, they are playing tonight, April 18th. And this is in somewhere in New York. I don't know what. Trans Pecos, I assume, is the venue, but I'm not familiar with it. But Halo Bite is coming in from Albany. And Casso and Venino are also playing, and just a cool flyer. So make sure you go check out Fan Club if you're in New York. Then, I love this flyer. This one's pretty freaking great. April 18th, that's today. Make sure you go check it out. It's the Ska versus Punk Night in Arizona. I love the flyer's fantastic. You can go see Swigfoot and Blue Collar Criminals, and then you can see Bounce House Ska and Miles to Nowhere. It's at 8 p.m. It's in Tucson at the Hut, so make sure you go check that out. What a great combination, and again, love the 8-bit flyer. I don't know if that's from a specific game or somebody just able to create that, but love the flyer. It's great. Our pals in Direct Action have some shows coming up. It's a little bit out, but that May 1st show is coming up soon in Tournai, Belgium. And then they have a show in Netherlands and ES. Is that Estonia? I don't know. Or is that Spain? That's probably Spain. So España. Yeah, there we go. That's in Spain, and those are later in May. And we'll keep putting this flyer up for those upcoming weeks as well. But be on the lookout in Spain for May 23rd and 24th. I said Estonia. Isn't that funny? Anyway, coming to Salt Lake, Escape from the Zoo. They'll be at Aces High Saloon. They're coming with our pals and Hans Gruber and the Die Hard, so definitely got to see them. They put on a killer show, and I'm really excited to see Escape from the Zoo. They are doing a tour. I should have probably put the whole tour flyer up, but I am pretty excited for this one. It's $25 at the door on April 30th, so get over to Aces. Noise Agents, one of those shows we mentioned already, but on April 20th, they'll be in Menifee. They'll be in Lakewood on the 25th, as we mentioned. They'll be in San Dimas at Bitchin' Expo on the 26th. They've got a May 2nd show in Las Vegas at Double Down Saloon, then Los Angeles coming up as well. So they've got some shows, and later this summer, they'll be in the UK, so make sure you go check them out. It's pretty awesome. They'll be at Rebellion this year. That's going to wrap it up for me. I didn't really get a chance to go through as many flyers and such as I would like, but we do have more coming up. So thank you for tuning in to Live and Wired, and we will catch you next week.